Joining us today, boy, it's been a very busy morning, and this is a hell of a way to kind of punctuate this day. We have State Representative candidate, Mr. John Cruz. I almost called you Tim.
Oh.
Which wouldn't be a bad thing because, well, it'd be in the bloodlines. But
well, the thing is, Kevin, first of all, I want to thank you for allowing me on your show this morning.
Absolutely.
Tim has a little bit more experience in this than I do.
Okay.
He's doing a great job as a DA, as we all know. But thank you for the introduction. My name is John Cruz, and I am a candidate for the 10th Plymouth District. 10th
Plymouth. See, this morning I'm like going, I didn't have, I as you see, I play octopus in here a little bit. And it wasn't positive if it was the 8th or the 10th, and I didn't want to guess, so I thought I would just wait till you got here because you would be kind of putting it out there. Talk to us why you're getting involved with this race and how important it is to you to let the voters know what you're about.
Well, that's a good question, Kevin. The reason, first of all, I'm a small businessman, I'm a taxpayer, I'm a concerned citizen in West Bridgewater, and I'm a concerned citizen in the Commonwealth. It's funny, you had the governor on a little while ago, and he was mentioning how he wants to increase jobs and promote jobs. Well, how do you promote jobs by increasing taxes? In my opinion, what we have to do is decrease taxes, expand the tax base, get more people to work, them to pay taxes, which will increase the jobs. That's what we need. Okay. We need to increase the jobs in the Commonwealth.
Let me ask you, right now, has anything been put forth regarding the incumbent? How do you feel? Is this just about John Cruz and what John Cruz could bring to the 10th Plymouth District?
Kevin, this is about me. I'm not a lifetime political person here. I got into politics 20 years ago. I am a former state representative from the 10th Plymouth District, yep. But I'm not a career politician. I want to get in there. I want to help the people out in the Commonwealth, help the people out in the 10th Plymouth District, like I've done in my town of West Bridgewater. I'm on the fire department in town. I'm the chairman of the Board of Health. I'm a registrar of voters. I'm quite active in my town, and I want to be the same way for the 10th Plymouth District. I feel that I have a lot to offer to the people in the city of Brockton, the town of Easton, the town of West Bridgewater, and for the Commonwealth as a whole.
What do you feel that you can do for that district that needs to be done? What is not being done, or what do you feel you could bring to that particular seat if you are elected?
Well, Kevin, I think that the key issue right now is jobs. People want to go back to work, but the economy is at a point now where there's no incentive to stimulate to get people back to work. Yeah. By getting people back to work, I think we should lower taxes. How are we going to lower taxes? Well, let's start off with question number 1 on the ballot. Let's roll the sales tax down to 3%. And what will that do? I'll tell you what it'll do. It'll bring people across the borders from Rhode Island, from Connecticut into Massachusetts to buy their products and their goods. And in doing so, it will increase the revenue for the state, first off, and it will increase the tax base for everyone else, and it'll increase jobs. The obvious thing is the jobs, Kevin. That's key.
Question for you. How do you feel as far as the failed rollback of the income tax, where it was supposed to be rolled back to 5%, and it was voted by voters and never rolled back? Would that be something that needs to be looked at as well?
Isn't that's obvious up on Beacon Hill? That's the mentality up there. They always need the revenue. They never look at the programs. Here's what I want to do when I get elected next November. I want to look at all the programs. I want to create. We've got plenty of committees up there and plenty of commissions. I want to form something that we're going to call the Sunset Commission. I want, say, for the past 5 years, every program, every committee, every expenditure that the Commonwealth has contributed to over the past 5 years, let's look at them. Let's call them in front of us. Let's have them explain why are they needed. Why did we have to create you 5 years ago up until the current time? Let's explain to me why do we need it? Okay.
Well, I'm going to ask you a very pertinent question for Brocktonians, people in this region, and I'm sure you've been asked this question before, but I'm going to put it forth to you because I'm pretty sure it'll be some part of this campaign. Where do you stand regarding this power plant that they're looking to construct here? It's gone through different metamorphoses now. They're looking to call it, that they're going to use an all gas and no longer use diesel. Well, and they're using different things to try to get this thing built. And I know that there's a home rule petition that the legislative, a collective went up and presented to, a committee. Your thoughts?
Kevin, that's a good question, and I've been quite active for the town of West Bridgewater. I testified in front of the siting board last summer in Boston. Most recently, 2 weeks ago, I was at the State House testifying in front of the committee to allow the home rule petition, which would give Brockton the yay or the nay in order to go ahead with the power plant. My opinion is that, hey, look my primary concern was the storage of almost 1 million gallons of fuel oil. They talk about the particulates going up in the air. Of course, that's a concern. You talk about the proximity of the schools in the area. Of course, that's a concern. But by law, they needed a secondary form of fuel, and that was almost 1 million gallons of diesel fuel. And that was going to be staying. That would be situated on our aquifer protection zone in West Bridgewater. That couldn't stay. I got a call last week from the plant proponents, and they informed me that the track that they're taking now is a sole fuel of natural gas. And I asked the person on the phone, well, would you be willing to put a deed restriction on the deed of the property, which would never allow diesel fuel to be stored on the property? They couldn't answer that for me. So, I mean, I think right now they'll do anything to get the plant built, get the plant up and running, and then who knows how long before they could amend it again to allow that diesel fuel. As long as I'm in office, that plant, you can't have the 1 million gallons of diesel fuel, which will protect the drinking water of 6,800 innocent people in West Bridgewater.
Sure.
And, of course, the area of Brockton that it affects.
Probably my last question would be, what types of business would you like to see brought to this area in tax incentives, things that would lure businesses to Brockton, to West Bridgewater, to Easton? How
about lower taxes in a whole? Let's have some incentives out there to create business. As we all know, small business is the job creator of the economy. Let's offer some incentives, a broad-based package of incentives to get businesses created, whatever it may be. Decreasing the unemployment tax that's currently levied on the corporations. Let's do something. There's a lot of options available. We need to create jobs, Kevin, and I'm the one that will get in there. I can work with the other representatives, and I can work with the new administration because there will be a new governor up there in January of next year. I can work with them. I've got a proven track record, and I will do it. And I just want to say, it's very easy to get in touch with me. My website is johncruzforrep.com. That's johncruz4rep.com, number 4. Or else you can give me a call on the phone. It's easy to remember. Area code 508-588-VOTE. 588-VOTE. John Cruz, candidate for state representative, 10th Plymouth District.
And you took my last question, because I said, do you have anything in closing? Do you have anything in closing, or is that about it?
Well, I'm open. I mean, I'm available. I'm quite active in my town of West Bridgewater.
Okay.
But I want anybody that has any questions, please give me a call. My website, again, johncruzforrep.com, or you can give me a call on my phone, 508-588-VOTE.
And I will say this, you are the very first candidate who has shown up with bumper stickers in hand. Well, and I'm a big fan of bumper stickers or magnetic type of display.
I'd like to add them to your collection, Kevin. If there's anybody out there that wants a bumper sticker, a magnet, a refrigerator magnet, anything, give me a call. We'll get them to you. Again, it's not to sound like a broken record here, but it's 508-588-VOTE or johncruzforrep.com.
John, thank you for joining us this morning. I'm sure we're gonna be having plenty of conversations.
Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate the time on your show this morning.
Have a great morning.
You too.